who got neon gummy dinosaurs for their birthday? Dael did. Dael did. Well, hello humans, my name is Dael Kingsmill, and I'm here to share with you a story from mythology. Take that, it's a little blue triceratops. What story, you may ask? Well, my friends, that would be the story of Nissus. So back before Theseus was around to go in incognito and take out the Minotaur, King Minos of Crete had a son, and his son was so good at sports. And so this son of King Minos, who is extremely good at sports, went off to Athens to compete in some games. And it was no surprise that he cleaned up. That boy won himself all the dang awards, and he was about to take those trophies with him when supposedly his rivals were so jealous at his success that they attacked him and murdered him. And so Minos was enraged! Enraged, I say! We're talking Grungjaw here, people. So he called up his fleet and his army, and he went to conquer Athens. And so this is why Minos demanded his regular tribute of Athenian youths that he would take and feed to the Minotaur in the labyrinth over in Crete, in revenge for his son's life. Yeah. But while he was over there handling that business, whether with good reason or not, he also attacked the neighboring nation of Megara. Now, King Nissus was in charge of Megara, and King Nissus had a daughter named Scylla. Not the same Scylla from the story where she gets all turned into a monster. That's a different Scylla, but they're both named Scylla. Silly, isn't it? Boom! I still got it. Unfortunately for King Minos, Nissus had something up his sleeve. Up his sleeve, on his head. Nissus had on his head a lock of curious purple hair. That's right, you heard it here first, folks. The king of Megara had a streak of purple in his hair. He was a cool kid like that. But what was special about this streak of purple hair was that it meant that Nissus was essentially unbeatable. It granted him immortality and meant that he could not be defeated so long as he never cut that hair. Does this mean that he just had like one really long lock of hair in amongst all his hair? Like it's all normal length, and then he's just got one that's like Rapunzel length because he can never cut it? Like, is that what we're talking here? Like if you had a purple streak of hair, hypothetically, that you couldn't cut in order to keep your superpowers, would you just grow all your hair out, or would you just keep that one lock really long? Because either way, I feel like it's gonna be weird. So anyway, Minos was in a spot of trouble because he was unable to go in and destroy this city and all of its people so long as their king, their ruler, had his immortality streak. But what's this? The daughter of Nissus, Scylla, has fallen in love with Minos? What? She spots him somehow on his boat out in the harbor, I guess, with her telescope eyes, and she thinks that he's pretty hot, so she decides to make a deal. Scylla finds a way to communicate with Minos and agrees to slip into her father's bedroom while he is sleeping at night and to cut off that bit of immortality purple for Minos. Give him a bit of a trim. Chop, chop, chop. Snip, 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 snip. And she does! And Minos comes in and wrecks everything and kills everyone! And it's all her fault! But she's cool with it as long as she gets her part of the deal. But Minos isn't gonna hold up her part of the deal. In fact, he thinks that she's pretty skeezy now since she betrayed her father. He doesn't want to get with that. And so accounts vary from that point as to exactly how Minos consequently treated Scylla, but it weren't good. In some versions, he has her tied to the ship that he's leaving on so that she will drown, or in other versions, he just abandons her and tries to flee, but she is so determined to be with him that she dives like off a cliff and swims out to the ship, and she's climbing up the outside of the ship, and then while she's clinging to it, she looks up and sees her dad that she just got killed, like hovering over her in the form of a big old eagle, and it freaks her out, and so she lets go of the ship and she falls into the water and she's gonna drown, but then the gods, like, I don't know, mercy or whatever, who can tell, turn her into either a bird like a seagull, or they turn her into a fish. A fish that the eagle can fish for. Fish. And then Minos went on living for a good long while until he eventually got boiled alive in the story of Daedalus. So that's the story. Hopefully one that you enjoyed. If you did enjoy it, then you can show your appreciation by hitting the like button down below or by sharing it on your favorite social media website. Both of those things really help out the video a lot and I really, really appreciate it. You can find my links in the description below if you would like to follow me on those places. If you haven't already, you can subscribe to this channel. I make new videos here on the regular, about a solid half of which are storytelling videos at the moment, often mythology, sometimes fairy tales. I even once told a story from my own family history. That was a good one, I should do more of those. We've got some good stories in my family. I'm also at the moment embarking on a Nuzlocke challenge that I'm trying to put together for Pokemon Go, kind of partially as a final project for my minor in digital media studies at university. So those are all things that you can check out on my channel. But apart from that, I do believe that that is it. I am done. Email this to your grandma and I will see you some other time. They're labeled as sour, but thankfully, mild sour. It's nothing like, I'm getting flashbacks to that ALS video I did.